A number of independent developers have found success in taking a tried and tested formula in the 8-bit action platformer genre and adapting it to a modern experience on the Nintendo Switch. Titles like Shovel Knight and The Messenger have their own feel and style, but still manage to capture the same spirit of classics like Mega Man and Ninja Gaiden. Infinite Beyond the Mind does a terrific job of accomplishing the same goal, understanding what made those classics so timeless, but still presenting it in its own voice. In the pessimistic alternate reality of Earth in the year 20XX, Olga and Tanya are two women who bond together due to their access to extraordinary powers. These powers draw the ire of the totalitarian Beljan Tar Kingdom, led by the tyrannical Queen Evangeline. This leads the kingdom to kidnap one of the heroes, which is based on whichever character you select, and springs the other hero into action in order to save her friend from a terrible fate. The story is fairly obscure, and doesn't really impact the overall gameplay to a noticeable degree. The game takes place over the course of 16 side-scrolling stages, each with a couple of levels and a boss battle. Stages have a very Mega Man feel to them, many that flow from left to right over the course of a minute or two, some with additional verticality, and some even have some light maze mechanics. The length of each course is just the right amount, enough to blow up a satisfying amount of baddies, but short enough that they don't overstay their welcome. A few missions even feature the hero flying in a flying apparatus with some 2D shoot-'em-up action, a pleasant break from the normal platforming. Attacks are melee-based, which means avoiding enemy fire and getting in close and personal. Again, the enemies have just the right amount of health that later stages become a welcome challenge, but it never gets to the point where it just simply feels like button mashing. Movement is fast and crisp, with a double jump and a dash that can get the women across the screen in a flash, but always leave you feeling in control. At no point did my heroes fly out of control off a ledge, but every now and again there's the odd ledge that blends in a little too well with the background, leaving some doubt as to whether it's a physical object. Each stage ends with a boss fight that again has a very nostalgic feel to it. Each boss has a predetermined pattern that needs to be discovered, and then exploited for victory. The patterns are pretty easy to figure out in a short amount of time, and they're not affected by the actions of the hero. This leaves a few of the bosses as short and sometimes unsatisfying battles, but luckily the difficulty increases as the game progresses, so later bosses are a lot more fun. Infinite Beyond the Mind doesn't have the same mileage as a Shovel Knight or Messenger, but still provides the same type of 8-bit action platforming that just never goes out of style. The crisp and concise controls mixed in with an enjoyable soundtrack is a good amount of fun for the few hours it will take to get through a run. Taking down the evil queen feels great in handheld mode, and should be on the radar for fans of retro action platformers. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the review, please like and subscribe below. You can also check out our website, www.thethirstymage.com, or you can follow us on Twitter under the handle TheThirstyMage.